In August 2012, the Philippines suffered one of the most unpredictable natural disasters in the world, which went down in the country's history as a tragedy that destroyed many lives. People lost their jobs, their homes were flooded, all their property was lost. Dozens of people and animals died, the crops were destroyed. It caused a difficult economic situation in the country. Many tourists who were vacationing there at the time faced serious problems because of the flood. Some even died trying to escape the disaster as the powerful current swept everything in its path. That's how this story began. Mario woke up to terrible screams coming from the street. Extremely frightened, the man jumped out of bed, but even greater horror awaited him. Half of the house was flooded. The water reached almost up to the knee. Getting to the window with great difficulty, he noticed people on the street fleeing from the elements, trying to survive. Mario noticed that the water had already blocked his door, making it impossible to open it. But since his apartment was on the second floor, he just opened the window and jumped into the water. He saw that people no longer tried to fight the current, but rather save their energy in order to stay above the water and try to get to buildings or trees. The streets were in chaos. People pushed each other, trying to save their lives, used others for life rafts, drowned each other, all while the current was only getting stronger. Since he was a fisherman, Mario remembered that he had a life jacket at home, so he returned to his apartment. He had to dive for them, but he was able to get several life vests, one of which he gave to a neighbor. Mario also put on an orange vest and began to swim, but then he heard a desperate cry for help from some girl. He saw that no one was trying to help her, as everyone was busy trying to survive, and due to the ever-increasing speed of the current, it was about all anyone could do. The water flow kept getting stronger. Mario swam towards the place where the cry for help was coming from. He knew that he could help the girl that no one else was paying attention to. When he swam up to her, she screamed, "My foot is stuck in the window!" Mario helped free her leg, and he swam forward, holding the girl on his back. Because of the nervous strain of the past couple hours, when no one wanted to help her, the girl lost consciousness. The man was so tired that as soon as he managed to get to higher ground, he fell down from exhaustion. He also received several injuries from floating debris and was feeling bad as he swallowed the dirty water. 10 minutes later, Mario was barely able to catch his breath. In the meantime, the girl regained consciousness and said, "You saved my life. My name is Amy. Nobody wanted to help me. Many people were swimming by and nobody even wanted to help free my leg out of the window. Now you're feeling bad because of me, but I promise that I'll never forget what you did for me." The young people spent the night on a small mountain, and the next day, rescue teams from all over the world arrived in the country to help rescue people. But no one knew that Mario and Amy were on the mountain. Mario asked Amy, "Where are you from? You don't look local." The girl replied, "You're right. I'm from Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates." "But what are you doing here so far from home?" he asked. Amy told him that she was traveling around the country with a friend, but their flight was delayed and they had to stay for a few more days. Unfortunately, her friend got lost. The water swept her away, and the girl didn't see her again. "I'm very grateful for you for saving my life, and someday I will be able to thank you," the girl promised firmly. Mario told her what he did for life, where he worked, and what he lost because of the flood. He also admitted that he would have preferred to be by the sea, even though it would be more dangerous. Thus, the whole day went by, and as the evening was setting, a strong wind started blowing, bringing strange sounds to the young people. Something was being shouted through a loudspeaker, but Mario couldn't understand what it was, but Amy could. A helicopter came down to them, and a few men ran out of it and took care of the girl. Mario thought it was the rescue team that came for them, but he was surprised to learn they were only looking for Amy, while he wasn't even allowed to ride inside the helicopter. The girl began to shout something in her own language, demanding to take Mario with them. But he wasn't allowed. They grabbed and dragged her inside the helicopter and flew away, leaving Mario all alone. Then Mario realized that no one was coming to his aid, and despite being wounded, he began to descend the mountain. When he came down, he saw that people were in despair. Everyone was crying and grieving over what they lost in the flood. Mario went to his house and found out that everything was destroyed. Overcome with sadness, he headed for the beach, even though he knew it was very dangerous. His little boat was gone. The current had taken it away. Mario had nothing left. Moreover, he was all alone, as he didn't have a family. Thinking that his fate was sealed, Mario decided to spend the night on the beach next to the restless sea. He still wasn't feeling well. Thus, he spent several days on the beach, eating coconuts and fruits that he managed to knock off the trees. A few days later, a helicopter landed on the beach. Mario saw a girl and an elderly man get out, accompanied by several tall, big men. The girl ran up to Mario and hugged him. "Is that you, Amy?" Mario asked. "Yes," she said. "I was looking for you for a long time until I finally remembered that this is your favorite place because you are a fisherman. My father and I are very grateful to you. You saved my life when no one wanted to help." It turned out that the elderly man from the helicopter was the girl's father. He hugged Mario with tears in his eyes. The man spoke in an unfamiliar language, but the girl translated for him that her father wants to thank him. So Mario climbed into the helicopter and they took off. It was the first time that Mario was so high up in the sky and was able to see his whole hometown, destroyed and covered with water. The girl told her that her father had a management position in one of the most prosperous oil companies in the UAE, and he was offering Mario a job with an excellent salary. Mario was at a loss, but he explained that he knew nothing about this business and would prefer to stay in his country and that he didn't need a reward for helping Amy. Then the girl said, "I guessed that you would say that. In the days spent together talking to you, I realized that you are a very decent person, which is why my father prepared this gift for you in gratitude." The helicopter landed in a small village near the epicenter of the flood. Amy said, "These fishing boats are for you. My dad took care of everything." Mario burst into tears and hugged the girl. His life changed forever. With all the money that he earned on these ships, he was able to help his country. Mario always fondly recalls his past and the events that allowed him to help others.